Hello and welcome to the short presentation of our paper, Yes, I Comply, Motivations and Practices Around Research Data Management and Reuse Across Scientific Fields. My name is Sebastian Feger and I present this work on behalf of my co-authors, Paweł Woźniak, Lars, Lischke and Albrecht Schmidt. I'll present key findings of our study involving 15 scientists and research data managers from 10 different scientific fields. We are confident that our findings around research data management practices, and in particular, our stage-based model of personal research data management commitment evolution, will impact the future design and development of research data management tools and organizational frameworks. Through our work, we address two research questions. First, what are the characteristics of motivation involved in commitment towards research data management? And second, what role does infrastructure design play in sustaining research data management commitment? To address those research questions across scientific fields, we conducted 15 semi-structured interviews with researchers and research data managers coming from 10 different scientific fields. Those included very different fields, as you can see here on the right-hand side, including biology, meteorology, agricultural research, and arts and curation, for example. We recorded and analyzed 11 hours of interviews. Based on our analysis, we described 5 core themes that I briefly introduce here. In practice, we captured various experiences around irreproducibility and inability to reuse scientific material across all the scientific fields, as well as the frustration that results from this practice. Education highlights that scientists often lack formal training in research data management, as well as suitable learning material. The call for research data management training in scientists' formal curricula is strong amongst our participants. Barriers highlights the range of additional barriers, from missing tools, missing storage, to proprietary data. In adoption, participants highlighted the role of institutes and supervisors in promoting and acknowledging reproducible practices. Finally, in impact, we captured several interesting aspects. For example, participants told us about the opportunity to track data reuse with shared data and to advocate this reuse in negotiations with funding agencies. Others stressed that through open data, they can prove that they treat unique data sources responsibly. Based on our findings, we introduced a stage-based model of personal research data management commitment evolution. The model is based on 4 stages and corresponding transitions that represent researchers' research data management commitment and fallback. In the non-reproducible stage, scientists often do not see personal value in conducting effective research data management. There are several types of triggers and motivational drivers to create adoption of research data management practices. To create initial commitment towards research data management, in fact. In our study, we saw that those include institute policies, journal and conference regulations, and in some cases, the frustration about current bad practice and the wish to make a change. The researchers transitioned to a stage we called overcoming barriers. Here it is crucial that they receive the needed administrative support, suitable tools, and appropriate training material for their research data management tasks. When they do, and manage to overcome those barriers, it is likely that they will develop sustained commitment towards research data management. However, this sustained commitment implies that also barriers need to be addressed and handled in the future, of course. In addition, we see evidence that researchers need to perceive a value for themselves, some sort of meaningful reward or benefit that results from their activities, in order to sustain commitment. Such benefits can relate to heightened visibility, career prospects, or tangible benefits for their research process. We mapped such benefits through the term secondary usage forms of research data management tools in earlier research in particle physics. Clearly, failure to stimulate this reward cycle, however, or introduction of new unresolved barriers, likely leads to commitment fallback. This brings me to the end of this short presentation. I really just want to summarize our findings briefly. First, research data management requires a solid foundation in terms of infrastructure, technical infrastructure, education and training, as well as support. Second, we see that enforcement and rewards play roles at different stages of research data management commitment. In fact, we argue that a mix of different types of motivation and regulatory styles play a role at various stages in the research data management lifecycle. Finally, It is important to explore and offer continuous forms of motivation and rewards for conducting comprehensive research data management. Thank you very much.